Okay, I'm working on a bedroom. Actually, my daughter's doing most of the work. It had carpeting in it. The house was built in 1968, but this floor's always been extremely cold because it faces an outside wall. You got a rock wall and siding. And so, since it was built in 68, I know the insulation is not the best, so I have cut along here. Maybe this one might be too. So that's the outside wall. That's that black board they used to use back in the day. On the outside of that is the siding. As you can see, there's little critters been living in there. But this is what it looks like before I pulled out any insulation. This is how they insulated it back then, so you can just kind of see the insulation. This is exactly how it was found. So you can see it just sits there. Sits there like this. So pull a little bit of it out and see. You see how dirty that insulation. Oh, there's a nice mouse hole. That is definitely a mouse hole. No, I don't have gloves on either, or a mask. Looks like some more insulation right there. But this floor is extremely cold. Just have a staple right there, a nail. Bag all this up and get rid of it. Those are the actual 2x12s. 2x12s. There's a floor, obviously living space below this. It's a 2-story house. And here you go. There's the other one here. And there we go. I'm not sure what the metal piece is there for. Let's take a look there. It's wedged in there. Maybe to level it off a little bit. But that's it. There's a spider right there living. So here we go. Here's the third, another section I did. Pretty much all the same. And see, there's definitely no R value in this at all. So my plan is to back home. Here, we'll go back and look in here real quick. There's what's underneath. This is the living space. The living room right below that. See sheetrock. And this is the far corner. We get to that one here. This is, on this side of this, is the hallway for upstairs. And this one out of here. Oh, there's a bunch of eggs, a bunch of shells. Yeah, here we go. So something's been living there. There we go, acorns. That was, I don't know, acorns, so something's been living in here at one time or another. Let's see if we can get, I'll tell you what, let's take this one out here. Hold on. So, got a little more staple going on or something there. I haven't found anything too big living in here yet. All right, go ahead and pull this last one out. It is okay. Not a lot. I mean, there's some metal brackets that they put in there. Let's see. I'm gonna go back and see what we got. You're seeing what I'm seeing for the first time. Looks like a board or something. All right. So I'm gonna go in there and this is what's underneath there. Well, obviously it's tied down. That's the. This is a stone outdoors. It looks like concrete right there. So what I'm gonna do is go in there and clean all this out. Find out. Looks like there's a board laying right there. Barely see it. Matter of fact, should I attempt? Let's see if we can reach in there and grab that and see if it's attached to anything. Hold on. Pause this. All right, I can't reach what's back there's a board. But anyway, so let's go in here and look this way here. Anything else in there? Same thing. So, obviously, got the shop vac. Clean all this out. There's some insulation along this, a little bit on that bottom edge there. So, this is what I got all along here. I still got to do that section there. I like to do this side over here, but as you can see, those are 2x12s. Look at that, real 2x12s, amazing. And it's got floor heats in there. I like to do along here. Problem is the way the joists run. I either got to split a joist dead center, but I got to do it along the wall somehow, or cut a hole and shove insulation. This is an outside wall from about that corner to about in there. I'd like to be able to do something there. But anyway, so this house, like I said, is born, I guess it was born, made in '68. Kind of gives you an idea how the insulation was made in there. Like I said, that's just a black fiber board. On the outside of that is wood siding. It has cedar siding. So the siding is really good. Construction is really well. I just got to come in here and, like I said, I'll vacuum this all out, clean this all up, and seal this all. But you always feel that cold floor in here. And of course it runs underneath here. Looks like the ductwork, from what I can tell, runs to about that wall there. So, unfortunately, I have to take all this trim up because I got to run under the wood floor in here and smooth it all out. There's a high spot somewhere in here, and we'll see what happens. I didn't go back and look in there yet. We'll see what we got, but no big deal. I'll just screw this all back in. I've got to put a board under there to brace that up or cut that piece out, but it'll be a lot better than it was insulation wise. I'll probably use foam board along there. Looks like maybe a 2-inch foam board. Seal it all in, then come back with insulation on top of that. I might even insulate back underneath the floors a little bit through here to keep it from going anywhere. Do as much as I can since I got it this far apart, and for like $100 with insulation and stuff, well worth it. All right, thanks for watching. I'll try and give you an update on this.